What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. So the Lakers escaped last night with a 120 and 117 overtime victory over the Miami Heat. This is, I believe, the second straight game that the Lakers have won in overtime. And with this victory, the Lakers improved to 7-5, and that is a step in the right direction. Um, it's critical for the Lakers to take advantage of the last few games they have left, I believe, against inferior teams before they get into, I believe, what's going to be a rougher stretch. Also, you want to win as many games against bad teams while you have your star player, or at least at this point in his career, one of your star players out in LeBron James. Um, another thing that the Lakers are going to have to overcome, and it's legitimate at this point, man. It is going to play a factor. Is mounting injury. Um, Rajon Rondo, which look, every year this guy lately gets injured. I mean, it's just he's going to miss games every year at this point. He's, I think, struggling with something with his hamstring. The Lakers have a multitude of guys out now: Rondo, LeBron. What's the guy named Taylor Horton Tucker, Trevor Ariza, some other guys too. I think it's like six guys at least that are out with injury. And this is what Milwaukee was going through and still is going through. So injuries can play a factor into hurting a team as far as wins and losses. If you got your best guys out, or at least some of your best guys out and some key components out, it's going to be harder to win, but you got to at least try. You got to try and do the best with what you can. And the Lakers are able to pull out a victory. Russell Westbrook had a triple double, 27 points. Let's see, what did he have? 25 points, 12 rebounds, and 14 assists. And yes, I know he had 8 turnovers, but you know what? The other day, I did a meme talking about how James Harden had 13 points and 9 turnovers. But people telling me because they won the game, it don't matter. When James Harden gets a lot of turnovers, people don't seem to care. So if he gets a lot of them and they win, I don't give a shit. So Russ had his triple double. Anthony Davis had 24 points, 13 rebounds, and 4 assists. Avery Bradley had 17 points. Carmelo had an off night for him with 12 points and 6 rebounds. But the man of the hour was Malik Monk with 27 points on 10 of 13 shooting. And it was the Lakers' 3-point shooting that was pivotal in this particular game, man. For the Miami Heat, Bam Adebayo had 28 points and 10 rebounds. Kyle Lowry, 18 points, 6 rebounds, 11 assists. Tyler Hero had 27. And Tyler Hero's good, man, but it's a fine line between having confidence and being a little bit delusional. But in this particular game, he scored very well. But I just have my issues with Tyler Hero for some of the stuff I've heard about him. But it was a big victory for the Lakers, man. No doubt about it. This is perhaps Russell Westbrook's best game. It was another game he had this year that was pretty good. He didn't have as many turnovers. This is one of his best games. It might have been his best performance overall, but I really wish his turnovers. Russ has always been a guy that was prone to turnovers, but he's been exceptional in that this year. Like he's averaging something like 5.5 turnovers a game. That's way too many. At least with Russ, you want him to cut it down to at least 4 a game. At least 4. 5.5 is ridiculous. But I have my theories about Russ though. He's not a prototypical point guard. He's just not. Um, a guy like Russell Westbrook and Ticket TV talked about this, and it's true. A guy like Russell Westbrook really would benefit from uh, great coaching. He's never really had a great coach. I mean, who's think about it? Who's really been his coaches? Scott Brooks, Billy Donovan, then Scott Brooks again in Washington. All mediocre coaches, in my opinion. Yeah, Billy Donovan and the Bulls are doing well, but Billy Donovan to me still is a mediocre coach. And now his coach is Frank Vogel. Give you a example I'm talking about. Remember White Chocolate? Jason Williams, when he first came to the NBA, he was flashy and all of that, but he was prone to turnovers. He was prone to turnovers. When, if memory serves me correctly, when he went to play for Memphis and Hubie Brown was his coach, and I think for a spell it might have been Lionel Hollins, especially Hubie Brown. They taught him how to play the point position properly to the point where when he was acquired by the Miami Heat, he had totally revised his game to the point where he was no longer turnover prone and he was playing like an effective, actual, traditional floor guy. There still could be a little flash in this game at times, but he had improved so much as far as his and as far as handling the basketball and protecting the basketball, his decision making as far as passing, not taking so many chances. So, I don't know at this stage of his career whether Russ can be saved with that, but he definitely would have benefited from that earlier on. Because when I look at Russell Westbrook, man, you see so much potential with this guy, man, but it's just, you know, he makes a lot of decisions out there. There's no way he can be thinking with some of his passes. I think it's just instinctual or something, man. I don't know. But anyway, Lakers got a big victory. Tell me what you guys think. And they got a big victory tonight against a good team. This is a good team. A lot of people thought the Lakers were going to lose to this team, but they persevered and came back from a late deficit and won. So, gotta give them props for that. Tell me what you guys think.